Thanks for tuning into No Wine in No Time. I'm your host Dave, and today we're going to talk about a single white wine varietal called Albarino. The origins of this grape are a bit of a mystery, and there's four conflicting stories that may or may not be accurate. And the first one is that it was brought to the Iberian Peninsula, that's the area of Portugal and Spain, by the Cluny monks in the 12th century from Burgundy, France. Also, some feel that it's native to the Galicia region of Spain and Portugal, and that's where it got its start. The third theory is that it's thought to be a clone of Riesling and brought to the area from Alsace, France. And the fourth is that it's a relative of Petit Menson and came to the Iberian Peninsula from southwest France. Any one of those could be accurate. We don't know 100%. But we do know that this particular grape loves heat and it loves humidity. So there's no doubt the reason why that it has settled into the northern part of the Iberian Peninsula is because that's exactly what that climate entails. When we think about Spain and Portugal, we often think about the Mediterranean side and the area that is very arid, very rocky. But in this area that we're talking about, up in Galicia, which is the northwestern part of the Iberian Peninsula, it is everything but that. This is the green part of the Iberian Peninsula. Things grow very easily here. And a grape like Albarino is perfect for this climate. When we think about Spain and Portugal and where those two countries meet, there's actually a waterway called the Minho River. And the Minho River is really that epicenter for Albarino. If we are in Spain, which is the northern part above the Minho River, we're in an area called Rias Baixas, and we call that grape, as I said, Albarino. If we are south of the Minho River, we're in an area called Vinho Verde, and we call the grape Alfarino. So very similar pronunciations, but a little bit different in the spelling. When we look at wine styles, there couldn't be a bigger difference between the Portuguese Vinho Verde style and the Spanish Rias Baixas style. So let me explain that for a moment. When we think about Portugal in Vinho Verde, the Alfarino grape is always blended with other grapes, and it's produced into a wine that has a little bit lower alcohol, is very high in acidity, and also is slightly effervescent. In other words, it has a few bubbles in it. But when we go north into Spain, which is going to be the focus of this wine we're going to taste here in a few moments, Rias Baixas produces a wine that is very aromatic, a little bit more plush, and a little bit more overtly fruity. So that's what I want to focus on today. So the wine that I have for you is one from Albanta, and this is a Rias Baixas Albarino. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what we think. So the first thing we notice is very golden in color, really pretty, well beyond straw yellow, and a bit more bordering on gold. If we swirl to liberate the aromas, the first thing that comes out of the glass is almost like a lemon pudding, a lemon meringue pie. It almost smells a little bit sweet, but certainly on the citrus side. We also get notes that are almost a bit of vanilla and a bit of a floral persona, almost like jasmine flowers. So let's go ahead and take a taste and see how it passes the palate. Delicious. So this Albarino is one that comes across with those beautiful citrus type flavors. So we taste really probably not lemon, but more like a tangerine. But also in the middle, I taste a little bit of honeysuckle, which would kind of lead you to believe this is a sweet wine. This is not a sweet wine. Very dry, perfectly served chilled, and one that would pair beautifully with any number of things from seafood all the way up into, say, roasted chicken. On the back side of the palate, we notice that fruit continue, and we feel a little bit of the weight of almost lanolin or glycerin. The wine feels oily because it's a heavier type of wine. Really quite enjoyable. And I'm going to enjoy a little bit more of this beautiful Riace Baises Albarino. And I ask that you come back next time, because soon you'll know wine in no time.